if you're spending money on Meta ads right now and you're not also running on YouTube, you're leaving money on the table. And I'm not talking about some complicated strategy that takes months to figure out. I'm talking about taking your best performing Meta ad, the one that's already crushing it, and copying it to YouTube Shorts in the next 48 hours. Same creative, same targeting, similar cost per lead. Sound too good to be true? Stick around because I'm going to show you the exact process, step by step, and why this works so well right now. By the way, I'm Billy. I run a pay-per-lead agency that's done over $7 million in sales, and we've generated over 130,000 leads across multiple platforms. And one of the biggest breakthroughs we've had in the last 6 months is cracking the code on how to take our Meta campaigns and scale them onto YouTube without starting from scratch. The best part? You don't need new creative. You don't need a massive budget, and you can have this running in 48 hours. So here's what we're covering today. Why YouTube is the next logical scale channel for Meta advertisers. The exact 9-step process to get your first YouTube campaign live. How to adapt your Meta creative for YouTube Shorts. Targeting strategies that actually work. And a real case study of someone who got $20 leads within 48 hours. So let's dive in. Okay, so first question. Why YouTube? Why now? 3 reasons. Reason number 1, scale higher. Look, if you're running Meta ads, you've probably hit a ceiling. You can only spend so much before your CPMs go through the roof and your cost per lead becomes unprofitable. YouTube gives you access to a completely different inventory, different algorithm, different audience pool. Reason number 2, different audiences and more controls. The people on YouTube are in a different mindset than people scrolling Instagram or Facebook. They're actively searching, they're watching longer content, and they have higher intent. Plus, Google's targeting is just different. You can target based on search behavior, not just interests. Reason number 3, better quality leads. Now, this isn't always the case, but in our testing, YouTube tends to convert slightly better. Why? Because they've watched more of your content, they spent more time with your brand, and they're just more warmed up. But here's the thing most people get wrong when they try and move to YouTube. They think they need to completely reinvent their creative. They think, oh no, YouTube's different. I need horizontal videos. I need long form content. I need a whole new strategy. Wrong. Here's what you need to understand. YouTube Shorts is basically TikTok, and Meta Reels is basically TikTok. So if you have a vertical video that's crushing it on Meta, guess what? It'll probably work on YouTube Shorts too. Now, there are some differences in the creative DNA. Meta ads needs to be super attention grabbing in the first second because people are scrolling fast. YouTube Shorts, same thing, but the algorithm's a little bit different. The way it serves content is slightly different. Here's the pro tip. Take your top performing Meta vertical ad and just run it on YouTube Shorts. That's it. That's the trick. One of my clients, Ben from Solar Scout New Zealand, did exactly this. He took his winning ad from Meta, put it onto YouTube Shorts, and within 48 hours, he was getting $20 leads. The same cost he was getting on Meta. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to know how to set it up properly, which brings me to the step-by-step process. All right, so here's the exact process. I'm going to go through this step by step, and I want you to follow along. If you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm going to do this, pull out a notepad or an open Google Doc because I'm about to give you the blueprint. Step 1, set up your YouTube channel for your consumer brand. Now, you might have one already, great, but you need to make sure it's set up properly. 3 things your channel must have: profile image, clean headshot or brand logo, square format, high contrast. Banner image. This is your channel's art. It should clearly state what your channel is about in 3 to 5 words. Size 2560 times 440, 1440 pixels. Third thing is a custom URL and about section. Get a branded handle like @your_brand_name, write a short, punchy description, and link to your website, lead magnet, or whatever. This should take 10 minutes. Don't overthink it. Just make it look professional. Step 2, upload your first vertical video. Make sure you got the file in MP4 format. Click upload in the top right, Give it a title and description. Don't overthink these. It can just be a basic descriptor of the video, or you could ask ChatGPT. Now, make sure you select not made for kids in this check mark. This is important because if you mark it as made for kids, you can't write ads on it. And make sure your video is set to public, not private or unlisted. That's it, video uploaded. Step 3, setting up Google Ads. Now we're getting into the ad side. Go to ads.google.com and set up your ad account if you haven't already. Here's where most people mess up. They try to run on every placement right away. Don't do that. Start with YouTube Shorts only, or Shorts plus in-stream if you want a little bit more reach. Do not start with Gmail or the Discover in-feed. Why? Because vertical creatives can't have a custom thumbnail, which means you'll get terrible click-through rates on in-feed placements. Start simple, Shorts only, get data, then expand. Now, step 4, create a horizontal video. If you want to run on more placements later and get more conversions, you'll need a horizontal version of your video. Super easy though. Go over to Canva, create a 1920 by 1080 landscape file, upload your vertical video, and then add captions, headline, or a call to action on the left-hand side. Export that, upload it to YouTube, you're done. But again, this is just optional for later. We tend to get more conversions out of shorts than horizontals, so start with the shorts. Okay, so you've got your video. Now you need to adapt your meta copy for Google. Google has different character limits. Short headlines, 40 characters, long headlines, 90 characters, descriptions, 90 characters. So you need to take your meta ad copy and shorten it a bit. Here's a hack. Take your best performing meta ad copy, paste it into ChatGPT and say, please shorten this to fit Google Ads character limits of 40 characters for headlines, shorts, 90 characters for long headlines, and 90 characters for descriptions. Boom, done in 30 seconds. All right, targeting. This is where it gets interesting. First, find out what your best demographic is from Meta, whether it's 25 to 35 or 55 to 65, and then take it across to your YouTube demographic targeting. Google's got slightly different age targeting. The brackets are 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and then 55 to 64 and 65 plus. Now, you have two main targeting options. Option 1, broad targeting. This is like Meta's Advantage Plus. You let the algorithm find your audience. Option 2, custom segments. This is like Meta's interest targeting, but more powerful. You can target based on search behavior, websites they visited, apps they use. Here's what I recommend. Set up 2 ad groups. 1, broad targeting with your demographics from Meta. Ad group 2, custom segments based on the search keywords or websites they visited related to your niche. No demographic restrictions. Run them both, see which performs better. Okay, bidding. This is crucial. Google has 2 main bidding options. 1, maximize conversions. Lets the algorithm learn. 2, target CPA. You set your desired cost per lead. Here's the strategy. Start with maximize conversions for the first 14 days. Budget $100 a day. This lets the algorithm learn. It needs lots of data to get better at giving you leads at a desired cost per lead. After you get 30 plus conversions, then switch it to target CPA and set your desired cost per lead. Now, don't switch to target CPA too early. You'll strangle the algorithm before it has a chance to learn. All right, you're ready to launch. Hit that publish button. Now, here's what you need to monitor in the first 48 hours. Cost per click, view rate, conversion rate, cost per lead. Compare these to your Meta benchmarks. In most cases, you'll see similar or better performance within 28 to 48 hours. All right, let's recap because I just threw a lot at you. Here's your action plan. Set up YouTube channel, upload your best Meta vertical video, set up Google Ads account, create 2 ad groups, broad plus custom segments. Adapt your meta copy to your Google limits. Start with maximize conversions bidding at 100 a day. Monitor for 14 days. Then after that, you can switch it to target CPA and then start to scale. That's it. That's the whole process. You can literally do this today, right now, after watching this video. Remember Ben from Solar Scout? He did exactly this. Took his winning meta ad, followed these steps, and within 48 hours, he was getting $20 leads at the same CPA as Meta. No new creative, no massive budget, just a systematic process. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Billy, this sounds great, but I don't have time to manage another platform. Fair enough, but here's the thing. Once it's set up, it runs on autopilot almost. You're not managing it daily. You're checking in once a week, maybe twice. And the upside? You could double your lead volume without doubling your meta spend. You have a backup plan if meta goes down for whatever reason. That's worth 47 minutes of setup time. Now, if you want the full breakdown of this process with all the screenshots, templates, and examples, I've put together a detailed Google Doc that you can access in my Skool community, Paid Per Lead Pro. Links in the description. Jump in there. You won't be disappointed. Look, the reality is this. Meta is getting more expensive. Everyone's piling on there. CPM's going up. Competition's going up. So if you want to scale your lead generation pay-per-lead agency in 2025 or 2026, you need to diversify your traffic sources. And YouTube is the easiest, fastest way to do that right now. You already have the creative. You already know what works. You just need to copy it to a new platform. So here's my challenge to you. Set this up in the next 48 hours. Follow the steps, launch your first YouTube Shorts campaign, and then come back and comment on this video with your results. I read every comment and I want to hear how this works for you. If you found this valuable, hit that like button, subscribe if you want more strategies just like this, and check out the resources in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.